So listen, if you are tired of chasing leads and want to automate your lead process through Facebook DMs, you are in for a treat. And of course, this is all without even lifting a finger. So I have uncovered one of the craziest underground automations, and no, it does not cost a single cent. I built one of the most creative automation systems, right? That scrapes Facebook groups, filters the qualified leads, and writes personalized DMs, and even follows up with memes. Now, I know what you're saying. Memes, yes. We have created a follow-up where essentially it frames your prospect in a category of not taking action, making them laugh and incentivizing them more to take action, right? So obviously this is all automatically, right? So stick around, because if you click off, you're leaving appointments and money on the table. And I'm being serious. This is cracked and it should not be this available and for free. All right. So step one, right? You're going to go onto Facebook. Okay. So you're going to be searching a group that is in your niche, right? And you don't want to pick the first one that pops up, because everybody is obviously scraping those leads, and they probably are in a sea of DMs from other people. So create find a group that has, a couple thousand, like this one here, has 2.3K members. And obviously, go on to the Facebook, and then you click on people, right? So obviously you have your about here, blah, 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 blah. You go into people, right? So now what you do is that you go and find instant data scraper. It looks like a Pokemon ball, and you add it to your extensions, right? So now I want you to pay attention quite closely, because this is going to help you scrape as many leads as you want from. We can literally scrape, 2,300 leads right here. Okay. So what you're going to do is open this up. So yeah, once this is open, I've already scraped some, but you would say start crawling. Okay. Let me just go to the top here. What you want to do is scroll with it, right? So that it starts capturing all the leads. Like literally we can scrape 2,300 leads here. So you just keep going as long as you want. Honestly, I'm just going to stop it there for now, right? So we're going to stop crawling. As you can see, we have all these Facebook leads with their URL, their name, when they joined, what industry they're in as well. Okay, so what we can do is then export this as a CSV, right? Download has started. So essentially this tool scrapes all visible group members instantly, but remember, only what's loaded will get scraped, okay? So remember to scroll down with it. Otherwise, if you just stay on top here, right, and this was only visible, I'm literally talking about your screen visibility. So literally this would be the only thing that it would scrape. So you have to scroll with it, all right? So then we're going over to step 2, okay? So this is where we're going to be able to filter out all the rows that don't include our niche keywords, right? So what you do is you go into ChatGPT, right, and you copy this prompt. Okay, so for example, I targeted website developers. So my prompt is filter out all rows that don't include words like web developer, web designer, website, etc., etc. In the bio, please sort out, obviously in the bio, then sort out in order Facebook URL, first name, joined, and job role. Okay, then you're going to then select your, so then you're going to select your leads that you have scraped. Okay, now this is going to do its thing. You let it run, take a sip of coffee, of course, and this will essentially filter out all the unqualified leads for you. So we'll just give this a second. It might take a while. So as you can see here, here are the filtered and sorted rows, containing words like web developer, web designer, or website, the job role, let me know, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so you can see this, right? So out of all those leads, we got 6. Now, I know this is not exactly what we want, only 6 leads. So literally you can scrape the entire 2000. This may have been a poor group that I selected, but anyway, concept remains the same, right? At least we've got 6 leads that are somewhat qualified, right? We've done 90% of the job already. So if you're finding this valuable so far, please drop a like, comment what you want to see more. Please subscribe, help support me to help support you. I'm giving literally all of my automations for free. And yeah, all resources will be in my Whop community, which is linked down below, also completely free. Okay, so essentially what we can do, right? Do this, go right here, copy this, right? And then we'll head over to our spreadsheet. Okay, so this is what our spreadsheet looks like. You can literally build this in 2 minutes. Okay, so we have Facebook URL, first name, when they joined, and job role, right? So now we're going to get on to essentially creating personalized DMs for these leads. Okay, so we're going to head over to make.com. So make.com is a free no-code software where we can create automated or automations in general. I'm not an affiliate, so I'm not promoting this in any way, but I generally use this on a day-to-day basis. So essentially what you would do is you would download the blueprint in the Whop community, import the blueprint, choose the file, and it will just plug this in for you, right? So let me explain a little bit how this works. Okay, so obviously you'll connect your sheet, right? This is fairly straightforward. And then for the OpenAI prompt, so for the sheet, you'll be watching new rows, okay? And then for the OpenAI, okay, we're going to create a chat completion. I use the latest system, right? And then you're going to create, this should be already in the blueprint. You can change this up if you need. But yeah, so you would obviously a role of assistant. The prompt is you are a world-class appointment setter whose job is to write opening messages and book appointments. Okay, for context, these prospects are from a Facebook group in my niche. Here's a perfect example to follow, right? Hey, first name, noticed your company and looks amazing. Do you need more buyers and sellers? I'm pretty well connected in the local area, right? Here's crucial information to use when making the DM opener. Make it personalized. Obviously, first name, right? You literally run this once without this being connected, so it can essentially just scan the data, and then you'll be able to get the Google Sheets data, right? Then you're literally putting from column 5 the first name, sorry, not column 5, column B the first name, and then column D the job and role. Okay, so only include the actual message in the output. Don't use, quotation mark or asterisk, just the actual DM opener only. Okay, and then you'll click save. Essentially, you'll let that run. Then you create another module. Well, you don't need to create it, it's already there, but you'll update the other module, connect your sheet again, and then essentially you go down to the personalized opener, which will be essentially that personalized message that OpenAI will create from the prospects that we have uploaded, right? Again, the result, as you can see here, it already has it. Hey, Malik, notice you're crushing it on blah, 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 blah. Okay. So then we'll put that result in that column so that we have a personalized message. Okay. So this will create a hyper-personalized opener for each lead without lifting a finger. Okay. So literally all we have to do is run this once and it does its thing, right? Obviously I've already done it, hence why it's not completing it. So this is what it will look like, right? Hey Malik, notice you're crushing it on WordPress as a designer on Fiverr. Do you need more clients for your design services? I'm pretty well connected in digital business space, right? Or Sebastian, right? Hey Sebastian, notice you're a front-end developer and your work looks awesome. Are you looking for more project opportunities or collaborations? I'm pretty well connected in tech space, right? So that is our personalized opener, right? And you can honestly just rinse and repeat like as many leads as you want, and you run the automation and it will do it for you. Sometimes the message might pop under like this, right? All you need to do is just move it up in line with your prospects, okay? That's just a little tweak. Sometimes it happens, software can be buggy sometimes, okay? So now, here is the crazy part. Honestly, not many people are doing this, and I need to really instill something in you guys' mind, okay? 98% of the time, you are not going to get a reply on the first message, okay? People are honestly desensitized to the amount of people that are reaching out to them, promoting their services. Where you close the deal is in follow-ups. You can do as many as you want, okay? There's something Alex Hormozy says. Have no shame in the beginning when you are starting up a business, right? Text, call, email as much as you can to get your name through the door. And the way you do this is also through follow-ups. Don't be ashamed to send as many follow-ups as you want, okay? But now I have built something crazy, which is an insane follow-up system, right? That will allow you to have a higher close rate or higher reply rate per se for these prospects, okay? So this is what it looks like. Okay, I know this looks a bit complicated, but it's honestly very straightforward. Okay, so you're going to have obviously your is very sensitive. So you're going to have your Google Sheets, right, which is going to be the same Google Sheets that we created earlier. Okay, now, so the way this works, right, each of these is a follow-up message. Okay, now essentially this router will direct which follow-up you want to do. Okay. This variable value will indicate which follow-up you are sending out, okay? So if I wanted to do variable one, follow-up one, which would look like this, okay? Just give it a second to load. There we go. So this is text context, your world-class appointment setter whose job is to write killer follow-ups and make them engage. Here we are. I'd love to send a free video that will that'll get more organic attention around insert their company name. Would this be helpful, right? Again, this is just following standard procedure of the prompt. Okay, you don't really need to change anything too much. Again, for unique follow-up 2, okay, give it a second to load again. Right, here's the next message. This would attract so many buyers and allow you to dominate over the market, okay? So this is honestly cracked, if you ask me. You can honestly just click play, go to gym, have a coffee, go read, whatever you do in your spare time. You can just let this run through how many prospects you have. Now here is where, honestly, this is honestly insane, okay? So now for our third follow-up, we have a custom image generator, okay? So essentially, this will run it through a model. I'm just running it through ChatGPT, OpenAI. You honestly have so many more that you can choose from. If you want to use Midjourney, you obviously click your connect your Midjourney here. But your job is to create a realistic image of a businessman sweating and crying. For context, it is for, okay, you have to change this. I would have to change this. So website developers to make them laugh. Okay. Let's do that. And then put their first name on their shirt, right? You're going to provide the first name, which is from the sheet. Okay. Where is it? Somewhere down here. Anyways. And then obviously make it accurate and correct the spelling. Okay. There's also going to be a text at the bottom. Hope you aren't this slow with clients, right? So this is obviously to make them laugh, kind of guilt trip them a little bit into actually replying to a message and following up with you and getting on a book call, right? And then obviously you have your next follow-up. This is honestly just another one if they don't reply to the image generators. Again, I'd love to send a free video that is more organic, that'll get more organic attention around their company name. Would this be useful? Okay. So honestly, you can create as many as you want. Like I said, do not have shame when you are doing this. You can create 10 if you want, right? So every single day or every second day, a follow-up is going out. And all you need to do is just change the variable to 1 through 10 if you're having that many, and letting it run, okay? So now this is where we're going to have a little bit of fun, right? I was debating whether or not I was going to put this in the video, but this is essentially going to automatically send Facebook DMs for you, okay? So this is how we're going to do it. You're going to go install an app called Murga, Murga, okay? This is what it looks like. Okay, make sure you get the recorder. So let me type in recorder actually. Okay, so this one here. Okay, you're going to click here. This is what it's going to look like, right? There is one for Windows as well, if I'm not mistaken. Essentially, you just download the zip file and then you open it up, right? So this is what it's going to look like. Okay. So I know this looks a bit confusing, but bear with me. It's actually a lot more simple than you think. Okay. So we're going to deal here with, let's say, 20 leads per hour. Okay. Then this is going to start and stop the recording. Okay. We're going to do Command R. Okay. Or whatever you're doing on Windows. Right. This is going to start and stop the recording of our process. Okay. Then to start the actual automation, we are going to do Command S. Okay. So we're going to leave it at that, right? Then what we're going to do, I need you to listen carefully because it needs to be followed exact step by step. Now what we're going to do is click on the Facebook URL here, not the actual URL, right? Now what we're going to do, hit that. Well, first you're going to move your cursor to some point of reference where you can remember, okay? So whether it be on the cloud, whether it be on help, whether it be on this here, I'm going to use the cloud, okay? Then you're going to click Command R. That's to start the recording, okay? Command R. Do not touch the mouse, okay? Use your arrow keys to go down, okay? We can hit Control C. Then we're going to hit Control T. Then we're going to hit Control V and then enter, right? That's it. Right. Now, bear in mind, sometimes where this message button is a friend request. And this message button will shift here. So I'm going to click here once. And I'm going to click here now. Right? See, I've already fucked this up a couple times. So resending this message. Okay? Now, this opens up. You're going to go back to your sheets. Put your mouse on the cursor. Then you're going to click the right arrow until you get to the personalized opener. Control C. Okay, so now we copy the message. Now we're going back here. Okay, be very intentional with your clicks. Okay, click on this again to make sure. Control V or Command V. Okay, now it is giving us the message, personalized message. You can hit enter. Bang, we've sent a message to Sadi Jacobs. Sadi Jacobs. Sadi Abbas. Okay, remember to close this. Okay, this is me telling myself because I've done this, I've re-recorded this for the 4th time now. Then close this. You want to reset everything. Okay, then put your cursor back. Use your arrows. 1, 2, 3, bang. Go back to the first URL and then hit Command R to end the recording. Okay, that's where you have it. Now we're going to hit Command S and watch it play. Okay, it's going to do it for us. With literally no hands, drinking my coffee. And look at it go, right? You can literally have thousands and thousands and thousands of leads You just have to record it right once. You have to manually do it right once and record it. So as you can see, this is my previous recording explaining that might be a friend request button, and that might be the message. So I click there just to double check. Now click on the message. Okay. Now going back to the Facebook, putting the cursor back, going to the personalized opener, copying that, going back to Assad, clicking again just to make sure, pasting the message, bang. There we have it. Now we're closing this, remember? Amazing. Close it. Then we're going back. Sweet. Cool. Putting the cursor back. And there you have it. Right? And now it will repeat itself. Yeah? Okay. So I'm going to stop the recording now. Stop the automation. Command S. Okay? So guys, that's basically how it works. Right? You can do this for as many people as you want. Right? Actually, let me just do this. Copy link. Bang. Okay. So essentially, let's see what's happened already. See, I've already got a reply, right? I've already got somebody that needs to nurture, right? This is honestly a cheat code, right? So now I will obviously nurture because I can actually get some money here. Amazing. So guys, I've obviously run the live demo for you guys. Sorry, I have my notes here as well. So this works, it's free. And if you set this up today, you'll be miles ahead by most marketers still doing it manually, okay? Listen, copywriting is very valuable, but we have created systems where it can do it for us, right? So important, you need to be running the system where you don't need to be working anymore on your laptop, because you need honestly this to be untouched, unbothered, okay? So honestly, what you can do before you go to bed, scrape a crap load of leads and then record it, make sure it's good, and let it run overnight, right? Making sure it does like 20 an hour or something like that, okay? So, guys, honestly, I'm not gatekeeping anything. Everything is free inside the community. When you want blueprints of the workflows, you want scripts, you want anything, I am putting it all in the community and it's all free, right? So if you want the tracking sheet as well, I can throw that in there. You just let me know down below in the comments. It's actually really easy to build, but this is why I didn't include it. But if you want it, just let me know. You can also DM me on Instagram for that. So obviously, like, subscribe, drop a comment if you want a full video and auto replying too, because this is just the beginning, bro. This is just the beginning. I have a whole section that now will reply, like we're seeing on screen over here. Now it will reply to the actual message through a similar process, but actually cracked. Okay, so like I said, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Drop comments in your thoughts down below. Yeah, this is a fairly straightforward automation, and honestly will put you 80% ahead of any person doing this process manually. All right, take care, guys.